I want to share a little bit about my educational philosophy with you. So let's take a look. So in my educational philosophy, I think to learn something, you really have to change your behavior and your beliefs. The School of Education goal on teaching philosophy states that educators articulate, maintain, and develop a philosophy of education that is demonstrated in their practice. I feel like that relates to the ISTE standard that asks teachers to facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. I think there is a strong impact of the teacher's philosophy on the design of the whole learning environment. It dictates material teachers will select and design, and how they guide students in meeting learning objectives. So well-designed and developed philosophy, students will learn and feel inspired, and their creativity will be fostered. And so coming to my current philosophy of teaching and learning was a journey, because I really changed my own beliefs, I guess, my own behavior. And I think that reaches into the ideas of developing a depth of knowledge and understanding and recognition that there is that relationship between learning and identity and perception of your own knowledge, and how that relates to your beliefs, or how your beliefs might shape your understanding of the information, or how you internalize the information and skills you're given. And so sometime early on in the ED/ET program, I came across a reading that was really similar to, but wasn't stated exactly like I had stated it, that to really learn something you have to change your behaviors and beliefs. And so I'm claiming that statement, because since then I haven't been able to find anything that echoes that sentiment in that way. And so my philosophy is stated again here in my reflection on my philosophy, and I make jokes that I'm a recovering behaviorist, because early in my teaching career I was a weak classroom instructor, and so I had a good principal who guided me toward Harry Wong and helped me become a strong behaviorist who was able to train student behavior really well. You know, when I had a long-term sub, my long-term sub described my classroom as a well-oiled machine, because students were trained so well. And it wasn't until I got to the ED/ET program in 2010 that I was exposed to a multitude of instructional theory that I could really start to shape, hone, and grow my philosophy, particularly when I became exposed to constructivist education theory, and then sought out gamification and gamification tenets, and those two theories really helped to shape my instructional philosophy the way that it has continued to grow and become. And part of that is, as a reflective educator, you're always looking to continuously improve. And so those components sort of shaped what I became. An example of where behaviorist ideas work, I think, was the group designed, whoops, wrong item. The group designed class that we did an Ackland English course. A group of us worked together, and one of the things that I worked on was the unit that kind of focused on how to navigate the course, how to behave in the course, what the expectations were for the course, really the getting started part of the course. And so here's some screenshots of the lessons that students were supposed to move through. They started with an info pick so that there wasn't a lot of reading, but there was learning going on, so they had an idea of what the expectations were. They also had a course navigation video, a discussion, a scavenger hunt, and then a quiz to check what their understanding was of basic navigation. And then it moved into the low-risk behaviors of introducing themselves, getting to know the syllabus through a syllabus video, and then looking at the discussion forum guidelines, which then leads them to the expectations via a rubric. And so all of these things help to clearly line out what sorts of behaviors we were looking for and what was expected based on the kind of achievement students were looking for. If they were looking to meet or exceed the standard, they would know how to do that based on the rubric, the guidelines, the expectations, the videos, and all the components that helped to train those behaviors. Moving forward and starting to think about gamification, badging became a big component of gamification in my classroom, and we can even sort of move on to look at that. So I addressed how behaviorism became a part of my class, but gamification sort of moved into some of the other components that I wanted to develop, particularly recognition of skills attainment, positive behavior support, classroom management structure, and then learning through gaming tenets was also a piece that I wanted to integrate into my classroom, and that's when I started getting into badging. And it wasn't long after that I got into the exploration of badging, right around 2010, that it became a really important part of my classroom, so much so that I did 2 presentations on SD at it. I have, this blog on it, and I created several videos on badging, the discussion of badging, along with several documents and resources that go along with badging, including templates for creating badge criteria, and then reference components. I did professional development for teachers at KIBSD in addition to the 2 ASD presentations. So this became an important piece of my educational philosophy because it covered an umbrella of so many things that I wanted to integrate. So this is my philosophy, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of my portfolio. Thanks for coming in and checking it out.